No, Mayor Cochran's not, I just talked to him. No, you'll call it.
Just
Yeah.
the call, okay.
Yeah. Yes, I just talked to Joe a few minutes ago on the thing right there, and he figured with this being short, he'd slide out tonight, so. He sounded good on the phone, but like I say, he's not planning on joining us. Yes. Acting clerk. I have to make myself some notes here to keep it straight. I'm sure that Linda perhaps has got some notes down there on the waiving and the reading of those minutes.
I got
You
it.
got the speech down there?
I've got it by
Get a
heart
sticky note
now.
and put it right here on the back of the desk.
I think I have it down pat now.
Okay. Once you get it down, we're gonna get somebody else to do it. 'Cause
I
it's- half the
know.
fun is trying to get trained up on that. All right, then we're moving on to committee chair reports. Ms. Clintisha, you been spending more money again, or? Okay. I'm gonna put you down then to explain it. Was there anything in there that we needed to, that we're gonna need to, that we might have
What is this
questions on?
library services? I gotta look at these. That's the only thing for 4,000.
Let's see,
The
what-
rest of it is pretty standard.
which one, where was it at? Let's see.
Ingram
Okay.
Library Services,
Yeah.
near the bottom, about 6 or 7 up from the bottom.
Ingram Library Services? That's the people that they order, books and supplies and stuff from. It's from-
Okay.
It's from Ingram, so
Well,
they're one of
that's
our
what I highlight.
they're one of the
Probably
regular.
for the summer reading program.
It probably is, good question. She is going to attempt to be here, before the meeting's over. Of course, if it's quick, she may not make it. They're having a really good program tonight on, believe it or not, on what was it called? Demystifying your cat or something like that right there. So basically, you're supposed to be able
That'll
to-
never happen.
That's why, this guy's an expert, and I thought, really wanted to be there to see that particular one there. Socks is going to be there to basically do this the whole time. So you're not figuring me out, okay, on that, so.
Turkey Creek.
Yeah, but that's our standard, right? Okay, for our
Where is
updated gate, I
that?
got you.
Secure access? Oh, okay, yes, so you wanna mention that? Do you wanna talk about that? Okay. Keep close, cause we'll jump, well, we're gonna work through it, but if you wanna mention that, or you wanna tell everybody about the secure access. Does it work similar to our other stuff?
Well, it does for them. It's not attached to ours, but that secure access, we paid for that gate to be moved.
Can
and
we open
then-
it if can we open it if the police or the firemen
Yes,
get in? or
they have a
something?
code. They sure
Okay,
do.
good.
It's a code entrance, but they also can program it similar to ours, but it's not the same. You know what I mean? But if you recall, you guys approved that a long time back, and they waited on us to get some holes, trenches dug and power run, et cetera, et cetera. We had to fit it in our schedule as we worked, but it's all completed now. And it's hooked to his network. All they had to have is internet access. So, Charles, they now can remotely open it. They can lock it. They got cameras. We actually, when we dug the trenches, we ran him new camera wires so that he's got video of what's going on, coming in and going out type thing. But that's all completed. That's one to make sure you saw that. That was that's the biggest item on there, I think, that
And
16,000.
Hill, that's our construction here, right?
Hemp Hill is is that one, is that one the 12,000?
12,000, yeah.
All right,
one of your
I told you we had a unit that went out up in the reception office. We had 4 units, 4 air conditioning units that I didn't know were used when they were put on a number of years ago, but they were. And they had the old type of Freon in it, and that one broke. The one that's over my office in that part of the building's out, and it'll be put on tomorrow. That's another one. And we have 2 more. We had to wait on this to come in. So they've checked them. The pressures are good. We'll hope that they last a little longer,
So, but one of those 2 is the one you got the pulley? gonna be fixed
No,
on?
sir. No, it's a
So that was actually a newer
it's
unit
It's a
then.
newer unit. It's over Heather's office, the council hallway. So the way this building was set up is crazy. They're fed all different ways because it was a doctor's office. It had numerous ventilation things involved with this. So they had way too much air in the ductworks. There's an expanded building, so, but anyway, yeah, we've had to replace two.
So this was the first one, the one that's actually already installed?
Yes,
This
sir.
is the bill for it?
That's correct. And the second one is due, and the pulley will be fixed tomorrow, so we'll have the second new one on. I hate it, but you know, it is what it is. What are we gonna do?
Well, once you go to 3 fans, then,
Yeah, that's what you see my air conditioning
the
back
2
there.
fans down there at his office.
Miss
right now.
Clantisha would love to sit back there in my office.
Can you bring one of those fans up, perhaps? We might
Yes,
set it
I
up for
could.
her
I've
here
got
in the
some
council
extras if
meeting.
you need one. So, I've got a couple other things if y'all want to hear them now, or you want to wait.
Let's hold off for a second.
Okay.
here then. So were there
Alright.
any other questions from you guys on the, or anything on the bill schedule? All right, so you got a handle on that. Let's see here. Do we have anything from enhancements that we need to discuss? The next, when is the next movie? It's gonna
on
be not in the
Friday, and
park.
It's at the Rock School.
It's a week
Indoor.
from Friday?
It's a Saturday.
Just
Saturday.
called on me. I got the
Okay,
date.
okay.
Saturday is, remember we want to try to move that to Saturday.
Where you gonna have it?
That's the date that we posted, right?
Saturday, yes
Yeah.
ma'am, yes ma'am. Because if we tried to do it on Friday, we wouldn't have parking with the farmer's market,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
so.
Okay.
We're gonna do it indoors. It'll start, earlier.
Okay.
It's the first attempt at it. We thought it might be a great time to try it.
They won't be able
Mix
to
it up.
run around.
No, well, we can start about 6:30, I think is what the plan was, and,
It's at 7.
7, okay? But see, we don't have to wait for dusk, and it'll be,
Good.
you know, you'll be done, they can go run around at 8:30, where the movies last hour and a half, give or take, so. We plan to, we'll be able to serve or have some sort of refreshment, I'm not sure, Matt, I'm letting Matt take care of that, popcorn, may not go the whole hot dog route, that kind of thing,
Yeah, I
something a little
think
different.
popcorn's
And
better.
then plan one at the end in August, right before school starts, to try to mesh with some of the churches and nonprofits that want to do back to school backpacks and things, and try to put all that together at one time, and
That's
maybe,
good.
and we have a conditioned space, if you know what I mean. So we'll
Yeah,
set chairs up.
That last Friday was pretty nice weather, but
Yeah,
the
it just starts
humidity
so.
goes to 85 and 90.
They start so late. That's the problem. I think that, especially with children, little kids, you know, my grandkids at 9 o'clock, you know, it's toast. So, I think that we give it a shot, see how it goes. You know, it doesn't work, we
Yeah.
go back outside. I mean, it's not gonna hurt, so.
So it's movies in the auditorium, is that what we're calling
Yes,
it?
sir. And,
No, movies at the Rock.
Movies at the
It's
Rock,
I
that's right.
decide.
yeah, I like
Not
it
movies
too.
at the park, it's movies at the Rock.
At the Rock.
And that, the next one is when?
It's June 24th.
June the 24th.
All right, there's nothing on the mayor's report, correct?
I
Or is
don't
that where
think
we
so.
want to discuss some of this other stuff?
I was just gonna give you a little
Okay.
update on things.
Let's,
If you don't wait.
yeah, let's circle back here just a second here. Let's jump down to new business right quick here, because those will be, I don't think there's much elaboration. One is the Butterbean. Does somebody want to offer that? This is the annual appropriation we give them in order to pull off the Butterbean Festival. Pays for advertising and miscellaneous
John, you
stuff
want
they
that?
have to do, so.
I haven't had time to look back, but we're also supposed to have a $20,000 one. Have we already paid that one?
I think we have, because Joe mentioned that to me. So the actual supplement to the Chamber of Commerce has supposedly already been paid.
Okay, the 20,000 that
Yes,
we talked
yeah,
about.
but we did that earlier.
Yeah, I know,
but-
we had a 10 and a 20, but,
Right.
so,
So, but we have not done this Butterbean stuff, so we can go ahead and knock that out. Did somebody want to put that up? Or?
yeah, I will.
Okay. All right, and the next thing, and I've got to get the amount, do we know, Mr. Turner, the supplement, do we know how much it is? Joe thinks it was 40,000.
I think
but
it's 40,000 too. I was gonna say that, but I didn't wanna,
Okay.
40,000
Does
is
that
what
sound
I
correct
believe.
to the, we can find out.
I believe that's correct. Is that what you recall?
I don't know.
Okay.
Okay, so-
I'm pretty sure it is.
Okay, we're gonna go find out and see
Yeah.
what it is. So we wanna have, of course, I joked with him, I said, hey, look, we need to make sure make sure he knows that we're, gonna do the supplement, because he's getting phone calls all the time, people trying to get him to take another job. So I'm like, well, let's, and this is the time of year when they try to hire those principals away. I was like, well, we wanna get on deck here quickly. So, anyway, assuming, let's say for a moment here, it's $40,000, does somebody wanna go ahead and put that, and that would be the same amount as in the past few years?
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay. Yeah, we don't wanna lose him here in the thing, and he
No.
does wanna stay here, by the way, so
Good.
he did make that clear to the mayor and say, hey, I'm interested in staying if y'all are interested in letting me
What's,
stay, so.
what's the ABC?
The county can't afford him without our help, let's just be realistic.
What's the ABC 3340?
We're gonna come back to that, we're gonna come back
Okay.
to that. Okay, and the last thing on the new business, I believe, will be a motion to, appoint Rosie Martin to the library board.
Good, sir, how are you?
What's that?
I wanted to come back and visit.
Well, don't forget.
I can never.
I know.
Okay. And Heather's working on the paperwork on that one right there too. Was there someone that'd like to put her on the floor? Did you find what you were
I
looking for?
did, I got y'all a new, agenda.
Oh, cool.
I printed the-
Well, I'll have to modify all my notes.
Yeah,
Well, you can leave yours the same,
Okay.
but I just added
Robbie
the
is,
appointment to the bottom.
is she a full-time, I mean,
Yeah, she would
Number
take,
here.
the, person that just rolled off would take that particular position, so I think it'd be for the full 4-year term. Heather, were you able to find the?
Yes.
Okay.
With the amount.
So will there be there'll be a number and all affiliated with that? Okay, there it is, gonna be number 12? Okay, perfect right there. So,
How much was it?
yeah, she'd go through 2026. So is that, and that's
That's what they have on there, that the term ends on.
the one that just ended? So it was only a 3-year?
That's what Allison has on the,
Okay, cause the one
It's
Nat,
hot, yeah.
what was the one that Natalie the one we did last time? Was it 25 or, I thought it was 26, so I would've
it's
thought this was,
26, yeah.
I was thinking this would be 27.
I'll double check with her right quick and make sure. If
Okay.
it is, I'll change it and bring a new one in here.
Okay, alright. Cause she just rolled off, that's the reason why I was like, two roll off at the same time, so we'll find out. Okay,
You met Rosie, right?
I did, and, she came to the library board meeting, the meeting that they had last Thursday. She came, met, got to meet the folks and see them in action and everything, so very, very pleasant person.
Who's gonna offer that?
That was my next question.
I will.
Okay. Okay. So. Okay, we'll now go back to, Eric, now we'll put you on the hot seat for a while. All this rest of the stuff he's involved in, so I figured it'd be easy just to compress everything into his domain. Do you wanna talk about you wanna save that hometown focus for the end, or?
We can do it now, it doesn't matter. Whatever you wanna do, Mr.
You can pick your order on this stuff. So.
All right, so,
Now, let me know if there's anything in here that you're fixing to discuss that needs to be brought up in the regular meeting also. So a lot of this is gonna be informational for you guys. so
yeah,
that you know
I just
what's
wanna
going
bring y'all
on,
up to
so.
speed. First thing, splash pad, all the electrical repairs have been done. We are fully operational. We are planning, or I'm planning for that electrical inspection, because they have to pull the meter to do that, so we're gonna work out the details with that. The Rock School project is,
Let me ask, they did the repairs and the guy, this included that infrared testing and everything?
No, sir, no, that's what, they have to pull the meter for all that to do.
Oh, that is the inspection you're talking
Yes, sir,
about?
yes, sir.
Okay,
So
all right,
that's a
sorry.
separate. Now, it should be on your bill schedule, I believe, it was only $1,800 for that repair. Is
Oh,
it-
good.
Am I looking at,
1850?
yes, that's it.
Lane
Lane
Electric.
Electric,
I see it.
yes, sir, that's it. The Rock School project is complete. We're in a punch list right now. You'll probably have your final tally float around there here in a little, next few weeks, probably the next meeting, I would think. Very pleased. I had Eric handing out to do the inspection with me, inside and outside. Did a great job preserving the inside, so that'll be the next thing you'll see on your plate. He should hopefully have some general rendition ideas for you guys and a plan for you guys to approve or disapprove, whatever you want to do for the interior of that auditorium next. And hopefully we'll get that next month, maybe by the second meeting in July. That's kind of a goal, but you know how that goes.
Well, just pulling up in the parking lot over there, the place looks radically different.
Oh, yeah,
With that
yeah.
new roof line.
Yeah, oh, it's a
It's
world
kind
of
of funny
difference.
almost how the bottom actually looked kind of cool.
Yeah. They did a really good job. I was really impressed. I really did appreciate Birmingham Specialties, Associates. They're associates, Specialties, the other one.
So we had the very hard rain yesterday.
Yep,
It was
everything
dry
was great,
inside.
dry as a bone. And we were a little bit concerned about maybe the lunchroom, because some of that water dumps off on top of that flat roof. No issue at all, nothing there. So everything's good.
It was definitely a test yesterday.
Oh, yeah, yeah. We are actively looking at different IT companies, trying to make sure we're getting the best bang for our buck, the best service we have. So we've had discussions with one that's a local IT company. Counselor Walker's suggested another one, so we'll, probably the next month, I'll have you something to look at to compare, so you compare and you guys can decide if you want to make a change or not.
The mayor asked when perhaps he and you could get together, perhaps with Eric too, and y'all could get together and look through those proposals and stuff, so.
Sure.
And if there's any more network experts up here, I'm sure you could be
I know how
invited to
to
the
use
meetings,
it.
as long as there's not too many
I could be
people.
a test user.
Okay.
We are also looking at we don't actively have, we have some, but they're closed circuit, okay, video recorded. So we are looking at trying to expand our coverage for cameras, and this particular company, and I've talked to, of course, Counselor Walker again, that has some great ideas, because that's his field of expertise, so he's gonna assist in us looking for other options as well. But I'll play this for you, just so you'll get an idea of what we're looking at.
Okay.
Verkada is a modern enterprise physical security system that helps organizations of all sizes protect people and assets in a privacy-respecting manner. Our hybrid cloud security cameras are simple to use, secure, and bandwidth-friendly, making it easy to scale across locations and manage from anywhere. In this video, we will explore some of the main features of Verkada security cameras and explain how our hybrid cloud solution combines the reliability of onboard storage with the limitless computing and storage potential of the cloud. Organizations that rely on on-premise systems such as NVRs, DVRs, and servers are plagued with additional challenges: a complicated user experience, storage limitations, and single points of failure often result in less secure buildings. Verkada has removed these concerns with our hybrid cloud approach. By building storage and processing capabilities into each camera, we achieve a bandwidth-friendly and scalable solution that connects to the cloud. And because our user interface is web-based, footage is always accessible from any device, making it more efficient than ever to conduct investigations. Users can view, configure, and manage all of their devices from a single pane of glass. Let's take a look at how easy it is to find, save, and share footage. Verkada security cameras are accessed through Command, our unified platform for managing all Verkada devices. Users can click into any camera feed to review both live and historical footage. The Command UI makes it seamless to review hours of footage in seconds. Motion events are highlighted in blue on the timeline, with people and vehicles in bounded boxes. With built-in computer vision technology, our cameras deliver virtually instant insights that bring speed and efficiency to investigations. Users can search areas in frame for motion, search people by specific attributes, or even isolate events based on license plate or body type. In a few clicks, you can save or archive footage and reduce incident response time by sharing footage via SMS or email. Verkada's security cameras are ready to use out of the box and can be online in minutes. Adding a new device is as simple as plugging it into a PoE cable and scanning a QR code, reducing both deployment time and complexity. Our cameras operate at 20 to 50 kilobits per second at a steady state, about as much bandwidth as it takes to send an email. We achieve this by sending only encrypted thumbnails and metadata to the cloud. So instead of streaming footage around the clock, users can quickly preview thumbnails prior to actively viewing segments stored on the camera. This approach expedites investigations and allows teams to scale coverage across locations without using significant bandwidth. As soon as Verkada cameras are installed, they are protected by our industry-leading cybersecurity protocols. For example, multi-factor authentication and single sign-on to control access, and data that is encrypted in transit and at rest. These protection features make Verkada products ideal for regulated industries with strict data protection protocols for footage. Unlike traditional CCTV systems, which are frequently plagued by unaddressed security vulnerabilities for months or years, Verkada cameras are protected by an entire team of security experts and third-party penetration testers who seek out and automatically patch vulnerabilities. An additional security feature is the ability to add 24/7 professional monitoring to your Verkada cameras. If a person is detected on camera while your camera system is armed, the camera clip will be sent to a live monitoring agent to review if there's a threat to people or property. The agent will then notify you or contact emergency services directly. We would love to show you more of our industry-leading features that will transform your physical security. Sign up for a custom demo or attend one of our webinars to see our products in action.
So we were not interested in the security monitoring because that's a fee that you would pay. What we are interested in is the cameras. You can have as many as you want. They're sending us 2. They'll be here tomorrow for demo. We can use for a month or 2 months, no charge. We'll hook them up. So the next meeting, I'll bring it to you, and you'll be able to see that live. We're going with Chris. We're going to pick out a good spot that we'd be able to see what you might want to see day or night, and because it's nighttime vision, everything about it. We've already downloaded the command center. You can do it on your phone, on the computer. It's not limited. It doesn't go through our firewall. Doesn't attach to our server. It's all cloud-based. It's very, very intriguing. Prices range from, let's just say, $1,500 to $2,500 per camera, depending on. And so, the number of cameras we purchase now, I don't have the proprietary numbers officially because we get better pricing than that as a government agency. So I'll have some more information for you, but we're actively looking at that because we're really under equipped in that area. That's out, and that
And to tag on to that a little bit, I spoke with Eric about some of the technology that we use that might be an option as well. It's very similar to this system here.
So we're going to get a couple more options as well.
Yeah. So
Mr.
we're
Walker.
going to have. We're not just going to say. The thought process is not just say this is what we have to do.
Right.
We want to give options that give us some flexibility and pricing differential. So
with
see
our
what's
contract
best for the city.
With our contract with Spectrum, they do have that capability, but they don't sell the cameras to us. Everything we do, we buy the equipment, we own it. Everything you have here, our servers, everything belongs to us. So we pay for that licensing for that Meraki and for our firewalls and things, but everything belongs to us. So they were going to supply cameras and charge us a monthly fee, and I couldn't justify $2,000, $2,500 a month to do that when I could spend a lump sum. But again, that's up to you guys, and we'll make sure that we have all the options in front of you and a good plan to implement at each facility because we are underutilized, and I will,
Yeah, we won't go into specifics, but we've got some spots that are heavily covered and others that are not as well covered.
And one of the things that timing would be key here, as we're looking at a different IT provider.
Yep.
Um,
Absolutely.
The two, I'm not sure about Clearwinds. I'm not as familiar with them as the one I've recommended, that my company uses. They will be very versed in this type of technology.
Yep.
And at least one of the solutions that we are considering.
Okay.
And we talked about the other company that we were looking at, Hetzy mentioned, I didn't say their name, but Clearwinds is one of them. They're a local company. They're based in Vestavia, Liberty Park area. They have engineers that live local to us and come highly recommended from other cities. But I don't want to limit us, as Councilor Walker said. We want to make sure we dot our i's and cross our t's and see what the best options are moving forward. But just wanted to make sure you knew what we were looking at, where we were, investigating, trying to make sure we got everything in order. One other thing, we did meet with an accountant, just to bring you guys up to speed. He's going to bring you a letter of, help me out, Councilor Roberts.
Is it a letter of agreement type thing? Well, he's gonna he'd probably bring it to the mayor's office, because we've already approved the hiring of an accountant. They just had a little trouble
Yeah, we have to initiate
getting
it.
somebody on
and,
board,
so we're actively moving forward with that, and with the work that Jackie's doing and Adriana, we have made great strides. And so I'm really pleased and happy, and I think you guys can be too.
Yeah,
Hopefully will be.
Well, I was fixing to say, the hope is that they'll should have things completed so that we could actually do the budget forecasting and everything.
Yep.
Starting by our next meeting, so they're hopefully caught up. Remember, we wanted to do I think the mayor mentioned at the last meeting that we wanted to actually try to put the budget and stuff together using the new software, since that was one of our reasons, and so hopefully this will allow them to be able to have all that caught
I
up.
think that if not the next meeting, we're definitely the second meeting in July we'll have, and you guys will be able to start working on it and deciding what you want to do and not. But I think that's all I've got. Well, no, I do have one more thing. At the sport complex, last year we bought solar lighting for the football parking. Well, they're pouring the pads, the pillars today, or they dug the holes and made the boxes. They'll pour the concrete tomorrow. We'll let it cure for a week or so. Then we're ready to put our poles up. So we need to call the Trustful Tribune wherever he is, because there's not many of us out there that have solar lighting like that. I think it's a big deal, for us. It is a big deal. So I'm pretty excited
So
about
there
that.
won't be a power bill on that.
That's
monthly.
exactly right. That's exactly right. So I'm really, and a local contractor's doing the pouring, Campbell's Asphalt and Paving. They do a great job. I want to give them every plug I can, because they do a lot of good work for the city and in the city and for the citizens. And he takes a lot of pride in what he's doing. He wants it to be right, and I appreciate that. So, so I think that's it.
So, was there anything in there y'all think needs to be mentioned in the regular meeting, or there was no actionable event?
No, I just
No.
wanted to bring y'all up to speed,
Okay.
make sure you knew what
So
we were.
the mayor's report was basically just happened, so we don't have to worry about, we won't have that in that. Okay, now let's talk about the 3340 hometown focus issue there.
So the 3340, y'all, that's what I brought to you a few months ago about the advertising, and we debated it and we
Okay.
tossed it around. They've been pressuring me to give them an answer. I felt like that we didn't have consensus, so I told the lady that we have, maybe we'll push it to next year, because we really couldn't come up. I didn't feel like that you guys had given me a clear indication of which way you wanted to go, and that's up to you. I mean, we can change our mind. Just send her the email this week. And of course, they want our business. They want our money. But as I told you before, it's difficult to quantify advertising, where that money goes and how much it's going to benefit us. Now, it's not hard to quantify how much we promote our city, but it tying to Butterbean, that's going to be a tough little act due to the fact that the next 3 or 4 years, if we do it in September and leading up to it, we've got about a week there. Maybe this year it's a little longer than that before we hit, and so that final day wasn't going to coincide. So I leave it at your feet. I feel like that we might attack it in a different angle if y'all want to pursue something like that. We also needed a live event, live spokesman, somebody that brought that, you know, that live feed to life, you know, that really promoted us. And we've got a lot of good options, really do. Turkey Creek, the library, the park. There's a lot of good things in the Butterbean, of course. But anyway, I wanted to let you know the mayor put it on the agenda. It's up to you. You know.
So I spoke to the mayor a little bit about that on the thing. So we couldn't get it worked out to where we could use and let that build into the Butterbean on there. But there's still value in, you know, us promoting ourselves on the thing right there. So
Absolutely.
I don't, you know, as far as what the timeline needs to be on that, you know, that's if we free ourselves from Butterbean, then we may want to have another discussion here.
Well,
about
and I agree.
a
That's what I
different-
thought. Maybe
different
we
window.
tie it to something else.
So,
The nice thing was, he wanted me to point out the fact, the nice other thing was is that we do get professionally made videos and stuff that we could then use in promoting the city and putting on our website and other sort of things.
Yeah, I was
Because
just gonna-
again, you're trying to, if there's some national company or something is looking at Pinson, they're like, Pinson, never heard of that place. And they can click on some stuff, they see something professionally done, it can help us to be able to draw in. Now, we're not talking, this is not El Cheapo stuff, so, you know, we are talking about spending a lot of money, but
Yeah.
there are upsides to this. I think I got a little greedy because I wanted us to do a double dipper and get the Butterbean and the videos all at the same time. That's
well,
not gonna work.
I mean, that would have been great, and I'm with you. I think promoting our city. I mean, we want people to come here. We want them to come and visit our resources. We want them to come and use our facilities. We want them to come and patronize our businesses. So, I think there is absolutely benefit in advertising our city, especially in a venue of that sort, because everybody watches the news.
Yeah.
Almost everybody.
Yeah,
So,
well, many people watch
yeah,
that.
many people. So,
Enjoy it.
Well, I think that if we addressed it and we formulated a time frame and we could attack it a different way, you know, that's a tough little spot where the Butterbean falls if we want. And we're already dedicating $10,000 in you know, advertising money that direction already. So
there were 3 tiers, right?
yes,
Do you recall the cost?
Uh,
Doesn't have to be exact, but roughly.
I want to say it was like 15, 22, and 30. Does that sound? That's somewhere in that
The
vicinity.
15 would get us.
15, 25, 35.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
The 15 gets us the videos and stuff, though, right? You get those with all the packages, correct?
Maybe.
Whoa, here we go again.
Yeah, well,
better find out what it
again,
is.
we, you know, I gave you the information, we hashed it out. I don't think there was consensus, is my opinion, but we can actually address this again at another time. We'll get her to come speak to you guys, or get them, I should say, and
I think
it may
that'd
not
be
be
a
a
good
lady
idea.
this time.
Well, yeah, I was,
And that way you can ask all the questions directly to them
Right.
and hear that spiel.
I was leading up to what Clintisha just said in my ear over here. Is I know we were looking at Butterbean this year, but understand it's not going to work out quite. Maybe we do that another year.
Yeah.
But we do have a Christmas event.
Yep.
Why couldn't we? I mean, we're early enough now that we can discuss this and decide ahead of time. But if they do that all year long, then why not do it for Christmas?
If it's open, you know,
Yeah.
what they do is they in advance, they secure, you know, they came to us in February, I can't remember, it was
Right.
early in the year, to secure those dates. And, so, yeah, it's worth I mean, you know, if you want to pursue it, that's up to you guys. I will absolutely, you know, set it up, pursue it.
Well,
I'm-
and there's still nothing the matter with doing the October window. It just
No.
wouldn't be, you know,
Probably wouldn't do the $30,000 one.
Yeah.
Probably
Yeah.
do the 15
Right.
because it didn't really work out the way we wanted it to.
Could always
that would be
plan
my
a spring
thought.
one next year too. You know,
Yeah.
might be a way to re-energize City Fest and that type of thing, and try to.
and that's true too.
Yeah,
It's just a
absolutely.
thought. Just a
So
thought.
if you
know.
guys will
So we need to come
think
back.
about what you're, you know, about the times and it's probably in y'all's previous packets there if you want to go back through and
Yeah.
look at the thing. So can we plan on having her come to a
I'll see
meeting?
what, yeah, I'll see what I can do.
Okay. See if
I'll
we
try
can
to
have her
set something up
come.
with them, yeah.
Perhaps we could meet, at 6 or something like that.
Get her to
pre-council
come
at 6
to
that
pre-council.
night or
Okay,
something, just be a
yeah.
little bit longer.
Yep.
rather than
Have her
be
come
part
in
of the meeting.
August, Eric, the first week in
August.
August.
Okay. August,
Or at
I'll see
least
what she's got available.
Then or after.
I'll check her schedule and I'll send you guys an email and let you decide.
I won't be here.
No July, huh?
No July.
Okay,
Don't do that.
okay. All right,
Okay, so do we want to pull the discussion regarding ABC 3340 Hometown Focus off the agenda?
Yes, take off.
I think we can table that
Okay, all right.
since,
All right, so, Mayor Cochran may be watching the video now, I'm not sure, but if he's not, let him know that we do want to still have more discussion about that, because, like I said, I know it was something that, he's in favor of, so. Was there anything else?
No?
Not, then we'll meet here in about 4.5 minutes. I'd like to call this meeting of the Pinson City Council for June 15th, 2023 to order. Please silence any cellular devices you might have, and we'll have the invocation followed by the Pledge of Allegiance. Let's all stand. Father, we thank you for this great day, and we thank you especially for the privilege of being able to serve and to be able to help the citizens here. We ask that you would continue to bless us in this time together. We ask that you would give us wisdom to know how to make decisions and to spend the funds that the people have given us responsibility for. We ask, Father, that you would be with our first responders and for the staff and everyone here that works with us, that you would continue to protect them and give them good health. We ask all this in your name. Amen.
Attention, salute, pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. You may be seated. At this time, I would like to appoint Jackie Williams as our acting clerk. Ms. Williams, if I could have the roll call, please.
Yes, sir. Councilor Urban,
Here.
Councilor Walker,
Here.
Councilor Churchwell,
Here.
Councilor Kirkland,
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Roberts.
Here.
Mayor Cochran.
Thank you. Is there a motion concerning the approval and the reading of our minutes from our June 1 meeting?
Yes, I would like to make a motion to approve and waive the reading of the minutes as written for June 1st, 2023.
Is there a second?
Second.
Motion and a second. Was there any feedback on those minutes? I got a chance to read them. I didn't see anything.
I did not see anything.
Looked all good. Okay. All in favor of approving those minutes, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. So moved on the minutes. We're now going to move on to the committee chair reports. And Councilwoman Irving, I believe you got some more bills for us down there.
Yes, I do. I'd like to make a motion to approve the payment of the bills in the amount of $81,987.47.
Motion, is there a second?
Second?
Motion and a second. So I believe we had a few more highlights than normal.
Yeah, so we got one highlight is we moved our gate at Turkey Creek, and that was around $16,000. We also got one of our HVAC fixed at City Hall, and that was right at $13,000. And then we also got some supplies for the library for $4,000.
So we've got some maintenance issues going on there, and then of course the summer reading program going on there at the library. So, any other questions? If not, all in favor of approving the bills, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? There are certainly none tonight, so we will approve and pay those bills. Ms. Irvin, I believe you've also got some interesting information regarding the movies and the slogan we're going with.
Yes. So we will have our movie, but this time it will be Movies at the Rock and not Movies at the Park. It is going to be on June 24th at 7 p.m. There will be some light refreshments served, and the movie will be Remember the Titans.
Excellent. So we're doing a little variation. June 24th. We're getting into the longest days of the year, right around there. So it's, folks don't want to have the movie starting at 9. Some of the kids are ready to go to bed by then. So this will allow us to be able to start the movie earlier in the evening, and we'll be ready for air-conditioned comfort. The good news is I believe all the units over there are working much better than those here at City Hall, so it'll be nice and cool over there. So we've done that in the past with on inclement weather days, but this time we're actually planning in advance, and so we think it's going to be nice. So, and that will also be on a Saturday night versus which we need to, because we need some parking over there, and of course our
Farmers
market. Farmers market goes on there until about 6, so we didn't want to have a traffic control problem on that. So, all right. So there is no mayor's report. We covered everything that needed to be discussed in that during the pre-council meeting, and we also discussed the ABC 33 40 proposal, and we're gonna bring that back later, so those have been removed from the agenda. So we're now gonna move on to to the Butterbean Festival. I believe, Mr. Churchwell, I believe you had something on that.
Yes, sir. I'd like to make a motion to approve of support for the Butterbean Festival. This goes to the Clay Pinson Chamber of Commerce in the amount of $10,000.
Motion, is there a second?
Second.
Motion and a second on the Butterbean Festival. Obviously, as y'all know, it takes some funds for the chamber to be able to do the Butterbean, and so this is the amount that I think we've been doing the same amount for quite a while. They've done a really nice job at making it work, so.
It's a big,
Yes,
it's
and
a big event.
I think that, normally it's 30,000, and I think we've already paid the 20,000, but we need to just check and make sure on that.
Okay. Any other Butterbean stuff? The mayor mentioned the fact that Mr. Dixon will probably come and speak to us a little bit more about the Butterbean in the coming months. So as we get a little bit closer to the date there, he can probably give us the latest information there on that. This will allow them to be able to go ahead and start securing the advertising and setting things up like what they normally have to do. So let's all in favor of approving the Butterbean Festival support, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. And we will do some Butterbean supporting. Next, Counselor Walker, I believe we've got something here for our high school principal.
Yes, I would like to make a motion to approve the supplemental pay for Mr. Turner at Pinson Valley High School in the amount of $40,000.
Is there a second?
Second.
Motion and a second on that. Mr. Turner has completely changed everything up at the high school. We're extremely proud of his abilities. He is certainly well sought after. He gets many job offers from folks. Sometimes people probably even want to pay him even more money than what between the county and what we can, but he really loves Pinson, and he wants to continue to work out here. So this would be the same amount we paid him last year, so I'm sure he'd like a cost of living increase, but the mayor has negotiated the same rate, so we're going to we're going to thank the mayor for helping us out on that, and thank Mr. Turner for his work too. So any other discussion? No attaboys for our fabulous principal? Or?
I'm
He
just
has
glad-
done a great job, absolutely.
I'm just glad it's him instead of me. I couldn't, no way.
Glenda might pay him that
Woo.
supplement just to not have to do the job.
Right.
Okay, that sounds like a winner. Okay, all in favor of paying the supplemental pay for Mr. Turner, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, no. So moved. Next, Counselor Kirkland, I believe we've got a motion concerning a library board.
Yes, I would like to make a motion to approve the resolution 23-12, appointing Rosie Martin to the Pinson Public Library Board until March 31st, 2027.
Motion, is there a second?
Second.
Motion and a second on the library board. Let's I can't remember if we did this last time, but did we not call for unanimous consent on the one we did at the last meeting? I think we did. So
We did.
let's have unanimous consent to consider, please.
Counselor Irvin,
Yes.
Counselor Walker,
Yes.
Counselor Churchwell,
Yes,
Counselor Kirkland,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Roberts.
Yes.
Mayor Cochran.
Okay, so now that we can talk about it here, Ms. Martin was at our previous board, the library board meeting. They met last week, and she got a chance to meet some of the other all the other board members actually. And she's a big supporter of our library, very involved. As you guys got to see her resume there, it's very impressive. She's from our community. She graduated from Pinson Valley High School. Not as far along ago as what I have, but back in more my time period. Let's put it that way, would be the nicest way to put it, I believe. So she definitely knows our community very well on that. So we would certainly like to have her come on board. So let's go ahead and have a roll call vote on that too.
Okay. Counselor Irvin,
Yes.
Counselor Walker,
Yes.
Counselor Churchwell,
yes,
Counselor Kirkland,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Roberts.
Yes. And that resolution passes unanimously as resolution number 23-12. Okay, I believe that completes everything we had on our agenda. So we will now move on. I thought that originally we had, the folks from the Centerpoint Fire District were gonna be here tonight. They were gonna give us a little update, but they might, you know how those firemen are, they have to kinda go whenever they get the call, so, we certainly appreciate that. So we'll let them come back and fill in the future, at a future meeting. So at this time, was there anything else from the dais?
I just
Yes, sure.
would like to make a reminder for everybody that this coming Saturday is Shredder Day.
Oh, that's coming up?
Yeah.
We should have mentioned that in enhancements then.
And it'll be Saturday from 9 to 12.
9 to 12. So for everybody who is watching this video and it's after next Saturday, you did miss it. Because staff always gets calls sometime the week after shredding and they say, we definitely wished they'd gotten it. But anyway, this will be a little bit of time between the next one. So if you've got some shredding that needs to be done, please come. And that will be here at City Hall, I believe. Is that correct?
Yes.
So just pull up, you'll see a very large truck outside, and they'll tell you what you need to do to
Be
bring
at
that
the
stuff in.
front parking lot.
Front parking lot, so.
Is there a limit on how much?
Actually, there's not, so if y'all got some stuff there at the station,
About 30 years for it.
you can bring it right on down. So bring trucks full.
Yeah, just don't fill it up before I get here.
Yeah, come at 9:30, and then that way he'll have a chance to get through. Anyone else? Okay, that being done, I'd now like to open the floor for any public comment. If anybody would like to address the council, bring us up to speed on anything, this is your opportunity. Got some staff members saying no, so I don't know. We were hoping that the library director might make it, but they're having a special summer reading program event going on about understanding your cat, and which I really needed to be at myself to be able to understand more about the cats. But what I really wanted to see was a debate between this individual and Socks, the library cat, because I have a funny feeling Socks was going to win this argument very rapidly. So we'll get an update on that. I will say, based on what I heard at the board meeting last week, the summer reading program started off with a real very fast. I think they're already, oh goodness, they were well past 500 people that already signed up. And I think last year we had about 650 in the whole program. So they'd already had 500 people within the first 3 or 4 days of the event. So they're really excited. Again, check that website over at the library. They've got, I think it's 60 events planned this year. And some of them have happened. You missed the cat thing because that's going on while we're here. But they got several more things going on. They've got a really nice brochure over there that actually lists out everything by age bracket and for the months. So it's got the full calendar and everything's all together. So if you've got vacation coming up, it's not a problem. You can go ahead and find out what you need to do when you get back in town or plan ahead there. And maybe if you're not going anywhere, your vacation can be some of the live events they're having over at the library. So. Well, there's nothing, doesn't look like anybody from the public needs to say anything, so I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second. That was Mr. Churchwell on the second. So. All in favor of adjourning,